To the NFL. So last season, the Buffalo Bills came up short once again to the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs, which had sent out a cryptic tweet saying, ready for whatever on social media. Stefon next 3 years. And this year, he's guaranteed $18.5 million since receivers. All right, Shay, tell me this. Should the Bills want to trade or keep Diggs?
Stefon Diggs is going to be one of these guys because it's always something with him, is that they throw him the ball. If he's complaining, throw him the ball and he drop it. Not a word to be said. Couldn't be found. You don't think Gabe Davis wanted the ball? You don't think Dawson Knox, Kincaid, they wanted the ball? Offseason, it's the shenanigans, it's the antics like this, it's the cryptic tweets. Bro, fashion shows, and you've earned that right. But enough of this. Enough of this. I said, Stephen, and I tell people this all the time. I'm glad I played in the era in which I played. It's about clicks, it's about likes, it's about mention, it's about look at me. And that.
What would you have done if you had teammates like that?
Because it's a different time now, and you would have to adapt to the times. But when we played, and I would ask the guys, if that's your wife, if that's your girlfriend, you at work, you're an NFL player. So what is it? Is it an emergency just to call? I think the time now, Stephen A., it would be very difficult, like for me and guys like myself. Seems to me that's what a lot of guys are more concerned about. And that explains why they don't win with.
When Josh Allen threw that bomb to you, you got to catch that pass. You got to catch that pass. It disappear when you drop a pass like that and y'all lose and you can't be found. That's weak. I'm looking at his numbers right here, Shannon. Over the last 4 years, he's had 160 targets.
Yes.
And in that span, he's had one being utilized as a number one receiver.
Thank you.
Over 1,000 seasons. I get that. So to me, if you're the Buffalo Bills, because with all of that activity, he's still complaining. He still said, don't need that in your locker room anymore. And you can get extreme value for Soda. I didn't like the fact that they tried to act like Adam Thielen was the number one option. It was a situation with Josh Allen as the stud at the quarterback position, with you clearly being targeted. You need to be direct and straightforward. And who's to say he hasn't done that with the team? I said, I don't give a damn what he says. I'm telling you, he's not happy, and he believes that they. So it turns out I was right after all. You need to move on from him. Let him go to Buffalo Bills. That's what I think is going on. So I'm not questioning his skill set at all in the troops that he's with in that uniform anymore. And I think he needs to move on because of that.
How many targets does he want to get a game? 15? 20? So he wants them to throw Josh Allen cryptic tweets for me. It's the antics on the sideline. I get it. There's a level voted to the game, especially as much time in the offseason you spend trying to. It can't be, I can't believe he missed me. He ain't giving me no ball. It can't be. Bro, do you realize, where do you think when your career is over, you're going to be making as you can? But we've seen guys that could have possibly played no, you're more trouble than you're worth. We're just going to move on. We've seen that happen to guys.
You know how you don't hurt your reputation, Shannon? By being honest. Now, you don't have to say that publicly, but you can say that to them privately. I don't believe, you may not like it, but they damn sure have to respect it if you look them in their face and simply tell them.
Best spot for him.
They don't have it. I'd love to.
The Steelers would be a great spot for him. The Cowboys would be another great.
They've certainly got the crown jewel of this class.
The Drake May era will get underway.
And that's what Caleb Williams does.
Drake May is a player to watch in college.
He always has an answer whenever there's a problem.
Watch out, open field.
Just a little over a month out now. Here's the top five. Caleb Williams to the Bears, Jaden Daniels to the Commanders, Drake Chargers. Check out the full mock over at ESPN.com. Welcome to NFL Live. We are so glad. But Ryan Clark, Andrew Hawkins, Adam Schefter is here, and we've got a lot to get to. Let's get right to it. For Jerry Jeudy last week and paid their guy today. What do we need to know, Adam?
They gave Jerry Jeudy $41 million in guaranteed money on a 3-year him to this new particular contract. He obviously was in the last year of that at the very least. Also in the state of Ohio today, the Cincinnati Bengals. You see Trent Brown signs a 1-year deal with the Cincinnati Bengals, and Trent Brown, 2 Browns on the outside, 2 mammoth-sized tackles. Yesterday at the tail end of NFL Live, we heard how Chase Young signed a 1-year, $13 million deal. Is expected to sideline him into training camp. The expectation is that this issue, it has been an ongoing issue for Chase Young. He's going to have that corrected here. Jackson, that they lost in free agency to the Rams, the former Ravens Pro Bowl guard Kevin Zeitler, offensive line, looking to do that. They've filled most of their holes during free agency. Shore up that Lions offensive line, Laura.
Ravens had one of the best run games in football last year. They led the NFL in rushing yards per success rate, but 3 of their offensive linemen are no longer with the team. As we told you, what do we see? To do add Derrick Henry, is this offense better today than it was last season in your mind?
This was the #1 rushing attack in all of football last year with Keaton Mitchell on the tires. That makes them better on paper. That makes them more fierce when you look at important offensive linemen. The thing I do love about the Derrick Henry pickup, 2 and 3 yards in some of the most crucial and critical situational football moments.
Análise: Vitória faz tempo. Vitória faz tempos distintos e aproveita a força do Barradão para vencer e ir à final. Rubro-negro sofre com partida ruim de Mateuzinho, mas consegue virada. Agora são 21 jogos sem perder no Barradão. A contagem aumentou na tarde do último domingo, quando o Vitória fez 4-1 no Barcelona de Ilhéus e confirmou a vaga na final do Campeonato Baiano. O rubro-negro não começou bem, mas contou com a força do estádio para virar a partida em um segundo tempo que é mais fiel ao time treinado por Léo Conde. Aí, rapaz. Vetado pelo departamento médico, Dudu foi o único desfalque de Léo Conde que teve os retornos de Lucas Arcanjo e Yuri Castilho no time titular. Mesmo com força máxima, o Vitória fez um primeiro tempo ruim. Parte disso passa pela atuação individual de Mateuzinho, pouco inspirado no Barradão. Então o Mateuzinho aí andou dando os vacilos, né? O camisa 10 fez provavelmente a pior partida dele na temporada e sem a peça que faz o time funcionar no ataque. O Vitória foi uma equipe lenta, pouco criativa e previsível diante de um Barcelona que também não fez muita coisa, mas conseguiu balançar a rede a partir de uma cobrança de escanteio e saiu na frente no placar. Então, Vitória conseguiu, né, essa virada aí no segundo tempo e está aí classificado.